Honestly, I get why someone would ask this. Why couldn't they just send a massive bomb to destroy hollows instead of sending agents? Simple answer, because of all the fissures that pretty much link all the different hollows together or link a significant amount of them, the amount of unknown repercussions of even one giant blast are incalculable. Let alone something as powerful as a nuclear warhead going off. Mind you, if we drop something like, let's say, the SAR bomb or something of comparable levels, that thing would sure, it would vaporize pretty much any ethereal because it more than has enough power to do so. Even some of the boss ethereals wouldn't be able to tank something like that. But the amount of repercussions that would come from this are far outweighing the good of destroying a hollow. Because even if it does somehow make the hollow disappear, congratulations, now instead of having to deal with ether levels, you're now having to deal with nuclear fallout. And for all the danger that a hollow is, at least the ether activity and the ether, like, energy is relatively contained inside of a hollow. Whereas nuclear fallout would just spread throughout the air, it would ruin the ground, it would just literally ruin that entire place. So, at least if they get rid of a hollow normally, you could almost immediately return to the area once it reaches a safe level. Whereas, hell, there's still places in today's day and age that have had nuclear energy go off, and it is still uninhabitable literal decades later. Plus, back to the whole fissure thing, you could go through one fissure in New Eridu, and more than likely somehow end up in a hollow that is in the outer ring. So, if you have a blast that can vaporize an entire city's worth of mass like a giant bomb, then imagine how much collateral a single blast would do. You might target one place, and somehow there's explosions in like 100 different hollows, 200, 300, we don't know. And they could literally be so far away from the initial blast zone, you could not contain it. Nor could you evacuate it of people. There could be an agent there could be hollow raiders, who knows? There could be PubSec, there could be Section 6, you would never know. There's literally too many hollows to keep track of. And damn near just as many fissures, if not more, that are unaccounted for, let alone the ones that they do know that can go and spread the ramifications way further than they were expecting it to. So yeah, in terms of power output, yeah, a nuclear warhead would more than likely be able to destroy a hollow, at least the smaller ones. I don't think it would be enough to destroy Hollow Zero, but the ramifications of doing so would far outweigh the good of destroying a hollow or destroying a big boss.